The TMZ report came out that the domestic violence charge against Reuben Foster was dropped. Give us the latest on this development. Talk about any Redskins reaction, if there has been any since then. But pretty big news that the charge against him dropped, probably facing a suspension, though, from the NFL going forward.
Yeah, I think it's important for fans to recognize that because the charges down in Florida were dropped, it does not mean that he is completely cleared by the NFL. Mm-hmm. In fact, he's still technically on the commissioner exempt list, and I fully believe that there will be a suspension for Reuben Foster from the league. There is precedent for that because think about what they did to Ezekiel Elliott 2 seasons ago when Ezekiel Elliott never even got charged by any court, I don't think. And the league still suspended Zeke for 6 games. He appealed it. It was a long process. Eventually, he served that suspension. I would expect something similar with Reuben Foster, if for nothing else that he was arrested twice for domestic violence in 1 season. Now, both of the cases were with this same woman. The first time she recanted her testimony in California. The second time was the November incident in Florida, and those charges have since been dismissed. It's really tough because when you talk to people that know a lot about domestic violence, there are a lot of situations where cases don't make it to court, and domestic violence advocates and people that really try to help in these really complex, terrible situations can give you plenty of reasons for that. But the truth is, I don't know this situation really at all, and I think most folks don't. The one thing I kind of find interesting in all this is what's been proven time and again is that if there is a video of an incident, TMZ is going to find it. Mm-hmm. And the fact that no video came out and that TMZ, and good for them, they stayed on the case and kind of just followed up with the court proceedings to find out this thing was dismissed, the charges were dropped. So it leads me to believe that maybe this situation really is as it seems, but I don't know. From a football perspective, it's good news for the Redskins because they had, in a way, kind of put themselves into a corner when multiple people with the organization said, look, if any of this comes back true, he's not going to play for us. So now the charges are dropped. It looks like the Skins have put themselves in a position where, barring a suspension from the NFL, and who knows, more could happen, but I think a suspension is likely the path. The Redskins have a new linebacker for the 2019 and 2020 seasons, and because they claimed him off waivers, and we all remember the real firestorm that created to make that claim 3 days after he had spent the night in jail, they have his contract. So they have the rookie deal, and he was a first-round pick in 2017, which means they get 2 more years, and they have access to a 5th-year rookie option in 2021. And there's nothing to say that it's a certainty Reuben Foster keeps his act together between now and the start of the 2019 season. I mean, honestly, considering all that's happened for him since the Combine in 2017, there are reasons to believe another incident will pop up. He's had multiple incidents in his very brief NFL career. But if he can keep his act together, the Skins stand to get a good football player, a former first-round pick with a really high grade that slipped because of all these bizarre off-field incidents, and maybe a guy that could really help them in the middle of their defense.